Hello everyone. So this one's gonna be a quick video before we jump on the mobile side. So this one finally just to add the user to add the tweet belongs to the user. So what I mean by that, it's each tweet gonna have its author, and we're gonna just manage that and do some kind of nested query with GraphQL. So this is what we're gonna do today. So the first thing we want to change is the tweet schema for the MongoDB. So we want to change it and make it. We want to add a reference to the author. So what we're gonna do? It's first thing we do Twitter. So Twitter have a limit for the text. So the text is gonna be a type of string. So as you can see, when you want to like extends not just like the types of string, but you want to add other stuff, you can open the text as an object and put type string, and now you can put your stuff. Like here I can put min length, th I think, yeah. And here I can say like 5, and I'm gonna just say text need to be longer. So by doing this, if the text it's not at least 5 characters, I'm gonna send this error message. I'm gonna do the same for the maximum, so I'm gonna say 44, and I can say text too long. Yeah, like that. So that's gonna be my text. After that, what I want to do too is add the user. Oh, sorry, the user. And now this one's gonna be something maybe it's not even I've seen that. It's we're gonna say schema dot types dot objects ID like that, and I'm gonna say ref to user. So here it's a reference to the user, the one who have created this text. And here this ref, how I find this word, it's by here when I create my mongoose model. Right there I say user with uppercase U. So here that need to have the uppercase U. So finally here when I'm gonna create a text, I'm gonna take the user ID from the GWT, and I'm gonna take this GWT to add the ID from the user. So this way I'm gonna know every time who is the author of this one. And I'm gonna add another thing, what we're gonna need in the future. It's gonna be favorite count, because we're gonna favorite a tweet. There's gonna be a type of number, and I'm gonna say default of 0. So this is how you say that. So now by doing this, my tweet gonna change inside the Mongo part for the when we're gonna save it. So another thing we can already done for changing that, it's we're gonna change the schema. So we're gonna change the schema here. The tweet we just put the ID, but now we can change that. It's here we have the text. I'm gonna say also we're gonna have the user, who is gonna be a user, and for sure we're gonna have one, because you cannot create a tweet if you are not a user. So for sure I'm gonna have a user coming back from here. And as you can see, I return the user type, who is the type from here. So GraphQL gonna know which one is the author by doing this, and not the author, but like all the user structure. And after that here I'm gonna say favorite count, and this one is gonna be a int and for integer, and it's gonna be there for sure at 100%. Perfect. So now here we have the tweet and stuff like that. So now for testing this, we're gonna need to make sure first thing then we can create a tweet and add the user to it, like add his ID to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump on the tweet resolver where we do the create tweet. So here where we do the create tweet, now what we're gonna do, it's here I do what require out when we make sure is authorized. But now here what I'm gonna do in the tweet create, I'm gonna say curly bracket here args. So I'm gonna spread everything from the object args. If I don't do the spread here, the thing is I'm gonna have an object inside another object. By doing the spread, each property of the element get out of the curly bracket and go inside the create. And here what I'm gonna say, it's user gonna be equal to the user that underscore ID. So the user who is there. So now I'm gonna save. So now my server is working, and now I get some error, say text is too long, because remember we have the mux running right there, and the mux send a paragraph, and I think the paragraph is just too long. So what I'm gonna send, I'm gonna send Lauren that sentence like that. Yeah, and now it's working. So just to make sure, I have my tweet here, and now you see I have favorite con from each tweet. And don't worry, we're gonna change this this mock. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test it. First thing, it's I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna create a user. I'm gonna take my token, and don't forget this is the graphical application. I'm gonna add this to the documentation. So after that, what we can do is just copy paste your token right there. Go inside create tweet. Go edit HTTP header right there. Change the bearer, because remember with the mocks we always log out and stuff like that because we always create new user. So that we're gonna change that after that. Don't worry about this. Here I'm gonna create a mutation. I'm gonna say create tweet. I'm gonna say text. I'm gonna create one called hello world. Just to be sure, I'm gonna say text. And now I'm gonna make a tweet and I send hello world. Now I'm gonna go to my Rumble Mongo. I'm gonna run Command R to refreshing. And now this one I have 7 fields, so this is a really good sign. Now if I open it, boom, I have the user ID here who finish with 64D. So if I go to my user and I check the one I've just created right there, he finished by 64D, so that should be the good one. So now we have just add the user as the reference for the tweet. But now maybe one of your questions is, okay, yeah, perfect, I understand this part, but how can I access this? I mean, here, if I create the tweet like that, this is refreshing. Oh, no. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna sign up again, sorry, because I save in that refreshing. Don't worry, we're gonna change that. I'm gonna jump here. I'm gonna remove this. And now I'm gonna say create tweet, perfect. And now I'm gonna say user. So I want to have the user, and here you know GraphQL know the stuff. So here I can say like username, I want to maybe see his email. But now if I do this, I get return cannot be null, no nullable field user email. So what that means is finally GraphQL don't know where to find the user. So this is what's happening right now. And we get this response because we say cannot return null because in the schema we put this bang symbol right there. But the thing is, how can we make that working and get the user with that? It's going to be pretty simple. We jump inside the index of the resolver right there after the date. We're going to send user right there at the top, tweet, sorry. So when we get the tweet, GraphQL gonna come here and gonna say, okay, so this is like the user. We're gonna destructuring that because here it's gonna be the parent. So this is what I told you last time, it's the parent. So the parent is the object himself. So for us, that's gonna be the full tweet. And what I want is I'm gonna destructuring the user from it, who I'm gonna only have the ID. And now what I can do from here is I can jump at the top here, import my user model from the model folder. And now right there, I can say user.find, and remember that's going to be an ID, and I'm going to just pass the user from here. Nothing more to do. By doing this now, look what's going to happen. So now that we run, so now I'm going to need to sign up again. I sign up. I'm going to take this thing. Now I'm going to jump on the create tweet. I'm going to pass my headers right there. I'm going to save, and now I have a username, email, and now look at that. I get the username, email, and stuff like that coming from the user. So now I have access to all this stuff. And just for showing you, if I go to example, get tweets, yeah, maybe not because the other one don't have. So we're gonna do this right after to be sure at the end. So here now, this is what we did. We make sure that when we create, we put the ID of the user in the tweet, and after that, another stuff I want to do before we go further, it's I want to change the mock, because now the only thing the mock do right now is to create tweet, but now we have user. So now we can create user who gonna create tweets. So now I'm gonna change the tweet total to be 3 because it's really a lot. I'm gonna change the user. I'm gonna want to have 3 user. Okay. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here at the top. I'm gonna say await array.from. I'm gonna say length. I'm gonna say user total for each. I'm gonna have an async function right there. Well, here I don't need the first argument, but I'm gonna need the index for doing something like that. Right there, I'm gonna create one user at a time. So I'm gonna say const user equal await user that create. So this is how you create vanilla user. I'm gonna say username. So this is what we need inside the user model, like all this field here. So I'm gonna fill them. So I'm gonna say username gonna be equal to faker that internet the username. I'm gonna say first name gonna be equal to faker that name that first name. Gonna be the same for the last name. So I'm gonna just take that with command D, last name. I'm gonna say email is gonna be equal to faker that internet that emails. I'm gonna say avatar is gonna be equal to a website a lot of people know it's random user, so I'm gonna say random user.me. So it's a website who will give you like fake user information, but here I just want to get like the photo, and I think here we're gonna go with like woman, and I'm gonna say here I for the index to get like everyone gonna have its own one, so GPG. And finally here I'm gonna say password, and this password I want to know which is one, because if I want to log with this user we all gonna know the password. So here we're gonna create the user. After that, when the user is created, now I can take this thing, take it out here like that. Oops. And now I'm gonna create a tweet. Here inside this tweet I'm gonna say tweet create with the sentence like that, but now I can say user is going to be equal to user that underscore ID, so the user who is created right there. So by saving that, now I'm going to jump on the iTerm and see what happened. And now I get faker default internet username is not a function. So I get an error with username because username take a big N right there. And now, boom, now it's all created. Take a bit of more time because now we create user. So now we have 3 user by default with some avatar stuff. So here, because she was like the index 0, that's why she get the photo 0, you get a photo 1, etc. So this is, we have a user. And now if we go inside the tweet and I'm refreshing this thing, every tweet now have a user. So every user I've created 3 tweet. And now that's pretty awesome for us, because now what we can go, it's go there, sign up, create a new user, take the token, and now I can come here, do a get tweets. I'm gonna just put the HTTP for now. I'm gonna save this thing. I'm gonna do a get tweets where I can get all the text. Perfect, I get the text, but now I can say also I want to add the favicon, I get all 0, but now I can say user, where I can say I want the username. So now you see, I get the username of the user. So every user I've been create 3 tweets, sorry for that. And now you see I can get the user, I can get also his email or her email, I can get his avatar and stuff like that. So this is all you do nested. And with the mocks, it's pretty awesome to just like test all that work, because with the mocks that it just make more sense to see the stuff here. So this is all I like to make mocks, and I know you can do some mocks with just plain string with GraphQL and stuff like that, but I think I like when that looks more real. And now what I'm gonna do, it's I hate to always need to sign up, so I'm gonna just uncomment this 2 lines of code. So now the mock's gonna stop. So now when I'm refreshing, no mocks, and now I can continue to get my tweets. Perfect. Last thing I want to do for this episode, it's now I can create tweet. That's perfect. I can do the stuff on the creation of the tweet. This is what we want to add the author. But now, because we have this thing, we can do other stuff, like other kind of security for us. What I mean by that, it's now when we update a tweet, I want to make sure that if we update the tweet, this is the tweet you have created. I don't want you to update my tweet, and I don't want me to update your tweet. I want to be sure the tweet who has been updated is the one built by the author himself. So what I'm going to do, it's here now, I'm going to just say const tweet equal tweet find by ID. I'm going to remove the return. You're going to see why in a moment. And now what I'm going to change to, it's this one, don't going to be a find by ID now, it's going to be a find one. So I'm going to find one tweet who have ID like that, and a user equal to user that underscore ID. So that means the tweet we want to be sure the author is there too. So if I say if no tweet, I'm gonna throw a new error. We'll say not fun. We don't even say, hey, you're not unauthorized, because maybe the tweet just don't make sense here because we don't have one tweet with that. And now here, the thing is, now we're gonna need to change the tweet himself. We don't have access to the find by ID and update. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the object entries. Here you pass your objects. I'm gonna pass the object of rest, because remember the rest is gonna look something like that, like an object where I'm gonna have maybe like text gonna be equal to now hello world, and maybe I don't know, like favorite con gonna change to 1, something like that. So this is an object. So here I'm gonna put that, and I'm gonna say for each, because object entry is gonna create an array from your object, and it's gonna have an array where inside I can have access to the key and also the value of it. So object that keys give you only the keys, object that values give you only values, and object entries give you both key and value. And now here, look what we can do. It's just by going here, and I make a mistake because the for each need to finish like that. Yeah. Now the only thing I need to do right there, I know why, it's because of this. Boom, now I'm good. I'm gonna say tweet square bracket key. So this is how you do like a dynamic key, like dynamic property of the object, and I'm gonna say equal value now. So what that means, it's if I have a text here, I'm gonna change the text of the tweets. If not, I'm gonna just, like, you see, like first thing, this loop don't gonna go a lot, because it make an array with the key, and if I have only one key, gonna just run one time. And now finally here, I'm gonna return tweet that's safe. That's it. And this thing is a premises, so this is what GraphQL want. And now if I go to my return, perfect, I have it. So now just for testing that, I'm gonna get one of the tweet here. So this ID, I'm gonna run a mutation. Remember, I'm not this user. I'm me. So update tweet. I'm gonna say text. I'm gonna say first thing ID. I'm gonna put the ID, and I'm gonna say text. I'm gonna say I want to change that to hello world, and now I want to receive like the ID and the text. If I do this, I get tweet is a tweet that's safe. It's not a function. Well, oh, I know why. We forget to put the await, so the premises didn't work. So finally, we just jump back right to the tweet safe, so without the tweet. So now if I jump this, now I send that, I'm gonna get not fun. I'm not the creator of this thing, so I cannot fun. But now, if I do a get tweets, where I want every ID in the user and username just to get mine. So I don't have one, so I'm gonna go here and create a tweet. I need to change my, just copy paste this thing. Or we can just do the mutation right there. Sorry about that. Create tweet. I'm gonna say text hello world. I want to get the ID and the text. Boom. Now I have my hello world. It's saved. I have it in my DB right there, and this is by me. Perfect. Now I want to update this thing. So if I say update tweet, and I take this ID and I pass it right there like that, you see now I have no error, but I keep the same title. If I do this, now hello world become with 3 bang, and now 3 bang. So you see we made sure then someone else cannot update it. So this is perfect. And now we can do the same with the delete. Sorry, we can do the same with the delete. It's gonna be almost the same pattern. We do const tweet equal await tweet that find one. So by, yes, I can find by ID and check if the author ID is the same, but now I can do this in one stop, and I think that makes more sense. So here I can do the same stuff. If no tweet, I'm gonna send the same error I have right there. Now here I can say after that, if that pass, that means this is the author. I can say tweet that remove like that, and now after that I return the delete message. And this is just by doing this, I can keep the same tweet. I'm gonna create a mutation, delete tweet ID, that's this one, and I want to return the message, delete success, and bang, it's not there anymore. We had the security, that's perfect, this is what we want. Now we're gonna just do a last thing for now, and it's gonna be pretty simple, like it's just like a plus, because we're gonna need that for the app, and I think we can just do this right now. Here I get the tweets, I get one tweet, I get every tweet, but I want to get the user tweets. So get user tweets. It's gonna be an async function, like that. Right here, finally we're gonna do everything we do on the other one, like that. The only difference, it's now I can copy paste this thing, like that. The only difference I'm gonna add, it's here I'm gonna say user equal to user._id, like that. So now the only thing I'm gonna need to do after that, it's I can jump on my schema. I'm gonna create this query, get user tweets, where I'm gonna return an array of tweets. So now just to make sure we have no error, now if I refreshing this thing, I'm supposed to have it, get user tweets, perfect. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say get user tweets. Well, I want the text and maybe the ID, like that. Now I have nothing because I have no tweets at all. So what I can do is I'm gonna create one. We're gonna create two. So hello world 1 to make sure this work. Hello world 2 and hello world 3, like that. And now if I do get user tweets and I want to get my ID in the text, now I get an error about that. I actually make an error right there. I say return. That don't work because I think, yeah, right there I need to say get user tweet. Need to add that to my index resolver. This is a step I almost always forgot. And now I get only my 3 tweets. So if I run get tweets, like that, I get every tweet. So just to make sure this is the everyone, if I say username, I get mine and I get everyone else. And if I change that to be get user tweet, I get only mine. Perfect. So that was this for this one. So what we're gonna do for the next one, it's I've created a kind of boilerplate to set up just the mobile side, because I don't want to lose too much time on it. So this is something we're gonna do on the next one. We're gonna just start with the expo and start with the project, and we're gonna do the setup of Apollo client on it, and that's gonna be that. And the second one after that, we're gonna start to do some get and do some design in the front end. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and we talk later. Have a good day.